For pity, Jean! That's my second Jean pull today. I pulled her on my main earlier. Hey guys, welcome back for another Genshin for the first time for a second time. If this is your first time here, welcome. This is a series in which I've made a second Genshin account to see if a year of knowledge really makes a difference in gameplay and how we look at certain parts of the story, with the added challenge of rolling beginner's banner and then not rolling again till I'm completely caught up on the story, which you would think would be a bit of a mixed bag, but I somehow managed to roll Jean in my first temple. Anyway, this time we're fighting Stormterror. Let's get into it. So after running Venti's errands, it was time to fight. Or so I thought. I totally forgot about the second flying part, which was so jank for no reason. I couldn't get it to work for like a full minute. Either that or I'm dumb. Both are plausible at this point. Anyway, let's get to the actual fight. Oh, we get Venti. But like, why? When he's Animo. Shoutouts to never getting a rerun, Venti. Well, a rerun for the second time. People are keeping track, and it's been almost a year since he's had a rerun. Come on. Alright, he's got to go down. Okay. Okay. Oh my god, are we gonna one-turn him? Are we gonna one-turn him? Nah, I'm not gonna one-turn him. Nope, yes I am. I one-turned it. Bye. 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 OP at this game. I can't. I fucking one-turned him. Okay, now for the real fights. First of all, I want to preface this with that it's probably would have been easier if I had used my razor, but to be honest, I totally forgot he existed, and I also didn't actively pre-charge my character's burst before going to these fights. Definitely would have crushed them a lot more if I did. But let's see how they went. Cube, easy peasy. Do damage, don't die, collect the things. Except for the fact that I'm a big dummy who never plays with physical damage, trying to use Jean constantly on accident. But shout out to Kaya and Xiangling for being the foundation of probably all my team comps in this one. Cryoflower was also pretty easy. I probably would have one-turned it if I had a little more pyro or had brought my razor. But I definitely came close, and the most annoying part was getting it down that second time because I was relying on Guoba and Shanling's burst, and her recharge really isn't where it should be. It's, I mean, suffice to say, it's not going to be early game, but it's at a 106 out of what I would rather have, like a 160 for her. Next, I went on the ocean, and I'm actually pretty mad at this one because I brought Amber, even though I hate using Amber, in case I had those flying birds, and there was no flying birds. But in the end, it wasn't so bad. Way easier than the first time around. The first time I stumbled upon ocean on accident and got my butt kicked so many times. It also has to be one of the most requested bosses I get to help out my friends with. And this battle royale can be quite unforgiving for a low AR player because she can hit hard with multiple enemies at the same time and add in AoE attacks. They can get you from across the field, and you can't avoid her because there's so many great Hydra supports that need her materials. But we made it with Gene healing, some double pyro, and some freezing for Kaya. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Now on to Electrocube. Now on to Electrocube. Ah, my old friend Electrocube. I'm pretty sure between Razor Kaching and the Ascension quest, Electrocube's combos are probably engraved on my bones at this point. I did have some trouble getting inside the laser spinny part, but I'm gonna chalk that up to not having done it so long and not me doing anything wrong at all. I was a little worried that I wasn't going to have enough elemental reaction for that final phase, but it actually turned out to not be a problem whatsoever. Then on to Geocube. Geocube is another high request for helping my friends, but I think that's more because it's a pain because it takes so long. But this is Noelle's time to shine. Get it, girl. It was pretty easy to get it down using reactions, and then Noelle's burst made really quick work of those pillars. Now on the Primo Geovishap. This is the only one I was really worried about. While I have soloed this with my Klee, this lizard is a tank and definitely needs a shield. And the only shields I've ever really done it with is my C6 Xinyan or my Zhongli. I've also never done it at such a low AR. I was at least a few world levels in when Primo was added to the game, but with luck on our side, it was actually Electrocube, and since I totally forgot my razor existed, I didn't have to deal with much elemental resistance. The fight ended up being a lot of back and forth, either all out attacking when Noel's shield or Jade's burst was up, and then backing off and using my memory of Primo's combos from my Klee solo to keep my characters alive in between having those two items. And just like all the others, he fell before us.
I was scared.
And you would think we were done, right? I thought so too, but apparently I totally forgot that Pyro Flower existed. My bad. So I went back and did it after stream. This went kind of the same as Cryoflower, doable, but my characters aren't quite as juiced as I'm used to. Not the same all-out bullying that he gets on my main account. It probably would have been better if I had grabbed my Barbara or my Razor. What's a team comp anyway? Anyway, that's most of the greater Teyvat bosses and Stormterror. Overall, it was so much easier than the first time around, but I still do very much miss my crown characters and the safety net of my Zhongli. I could probably make a whole nother video of me just getting yeeted across the map by enemies because I'm so used to just charging in and not have to worry about anything. I do have to say though, I think this playthrough is helping me just as much on my main account because my characters usually just eat and kill whatever's in front of them. I'm usually not super conscious about my play, getting particles and dodging, but this playthrough has made me like hyper aware of those things again, and it's definitely translated into my main account and helped my play there. If you want to see the full fights, the highlights are over on my Twitch, and as usual, thanks so much for watching. Please consider subbing, and I'll see y'all for the next video.